the commission was going to be to appoint a full-time staff to run recreation. And so again, this was about adjusting the management structure of recreation. It was never about shutting recreation down. It was never about defunding programming. Now, I think what you're getting at is why make the change? Is that correct?
Yeah.
And I heard a lot of residents say at Monday's meeting, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, the problem is that perhaps we all have a different viewpoint on what it is when something needs improvement. It is the viewpoint of many members of the council that there is room for improvement in recreation, and that the current structure would simply not allow for that. Now, there may be many who disagree, who say it's perfectly fine, but there are some who would think otherwise. And again, this comes back to my point of we need to be able to have discussion, we need to be able to have dialogue, and we need to be able to talk about the real issues at hand. The real issue is not keeping on particular employees. It's not our job to employ a particular individual. Our job is to make sure that the children, the adults, the seniors that pay taxes and their families that pay taxes into the city receive the best benefit based on the budget that we approve and adopt each year. Now, I think most of us are aware that the budget in the city is about $70 million. Recreation receives annually about $500,000 plus more millions of dollars in grant funding. It's our responsibility to make sure that every dollar is accounted for and spent wisely, that every dollar improves the city for our children and for our adults and our seniors that use recreation. And so the council takes that very seriously. Whether or not a member of the council voted for the commission, we all know that each of us takes that very seriously. And so that was the reasoning, that was the logic behind that change. And to just follow up with that, now that the commission has failed, we understand that we have to approach things differently. This is the reason for the meeting with the mayor. This is the reason why we will be taking up this matter in the future. We will not let things fall by the wayside. We will not let the children suffer because of anyone's decision. We understand that this is an important issue. We have a big job in the city and we take it very seriously, and we're committed to working with the mayor and her administration to make sure that everyone in the city gets what they need.
Nancy?